Welcome back to Spyro 2. After Tom Kenny talked with Tom Kenny, we may see more Tom Kenny people talking to Tom Kenny.
I can't handle all this Kenny. Ooh, Sunny Beach. What a awfully generic name for a level.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Well, close enough to Dragon Shores. I'll just relax here.
it's generic, but let's not forget that some of the most iconic levels in video game history have the most generic names. Green Hill, World 1. Mario didn't even give its levels names until 64, I think.
Well, no, the world's had names.
The world's had names, yeah.
Did they?
Well,
Yeah.
starting with Mario 3, they had names.
Those turtles are aggressive.
Iceland.
Now,
Dark Land.
Mario World had real names like Donut Plains and Forest of
Island.
Illusion.
Okay, so not until Super Mario World, then. No, I'm not going to count the generic-ass
Pipeland.
world names in Mario 3.
Grassland.
Those aren't level names, those are level tropes.
So this is a little weird, like Disney-style Pluto and Goofy thing going on, where there are turtles that can talk and walk or like sort of stand on two legs, and then there are turtles that are really stupid and walk on four legs, like the ones that you hit to go on the switches, or this guy whose back I'm standing on. So I don't know what kind of society they have in Sunny Beach, but
You know, I don't think anybody's ever given me a straight answer on why in a Disney World can Pluto not talk with Goofy can.
because he's not wearing clothes.
I guess, but
It's the only thing that makes sense.
well, how much could you possibly need? I mean, Mickey, for the longest time, his default clothing was just the red shorts, as far as I'm aware.
We can't have
Donald
Pluto
doesn't
trying to
need
act
pants.
up again. Last time we almost had to kick his ass.
Donald only wears a shirt, yet for some reason still feels compelled to wear a towel after getting out of the shower.
The unfortunate answer is that while the Disney character universe was being assembled, the characters weren't really created with each other's continuity in mind. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think like Mickey and Donald or Goofy or whatever really crossed over an awful lot until like at least 10 or so years after they were created. I think it was a similar sort of thing with the Looney Tunes too, like Bugs was Bugs, Daffy was Daffy, so on and so forth. They didn't start crossing over until a little ways in.
They didn't even put too much thought into continuity between their own goddamn episodes, let alone continuity with each other's. So it all just like they started having the characters interact with each other later on because fans found that interesting and fun, but it wasn't really something that went into their conception.
Yeah, I think in like the original Looney Tunes shorts, there was no such thing as continuity. Continuity would be the only be brought up for a joke in like a special. Of some
No,
sort.
they make the joke that like sometimes the lack of continuity is the joke. Like like there's definitely Roadrunner or Wile E. Coyote cartoons where there's at least once where it's like, okay, I've caught him, now what? And then it just ends in the next episode they're running around again. Like that's the one of the pluses of, I guess, the traditional Western style of cartoons, which is basically cribbed very much from Disney and Looney Tunes, is that there's not supposed to be continuity. Like an episode of SpongeBob or Rugrats or whatever can end however it wants to, and they don't have to worry about setting it back to zero when they setting back the status quo, because the assumption is once you start a new episode, everything is at the status quo. You know. So not to knock that against stuff like most anime,
Japanese cartoons.
most anime or like Avatar or something, which does try to have continuity. It's just, you know, for something where the main focus is comedy, it does make a lot of sense to just have the focus be on jokes and not needing a sense of continuity.
Okay, why are we destroying the innocent starfish?
They give us health.
Those are health. Fun
Also,
game
this
for.
level sheep.
Yeah.
So John, so when I complain about the sheep being mercilessly slaughtered by green dragons, it's okay. Oh, but these poor starfish, they're innocent souls that are
They have smiley faces. You see the faces?
Yeah, those sheep are adorable, man. Okay, I
I didn't see any sort of face with the sheep, so as far as I'm aware, they're just automaton
Yep.
They're just automatons.
Yeah, but they're so fuzzy. I just want to hug it and pet it.
Yeah, but beneath that is cold hard steel that lacks a soul.
You're the only one here who's cold hard, made of steel, and doesn't have a soul is you, John.
They're the sheep that robots dream of.
Yeah, but or at least Sheepman does.
I think it's in
Catherine,
the
you
next level
skipped this. You skipped a gem. You missed one. You missed one. It's back
Where?
there.
Where?
It's on the ledge. No, come back. No. Ah.
She can't hear you.
Super flame.
I'll come back for it.
Yeah, but you could.
I think.
This
Okay.
is the super flame. This is what you get infinitely once you 100% the game.
Fireballs.
don't need it.
Yum.
I was just trying to set them on fire.
Savage.
I think I do. You can. I think you can set them on fire. In one thing I really love about Spyro 3 is you'll see me like flame or charge into NPCs a couple times in this game, and they don't really do anything like 99% of the time. But in Spyro 3, every like NPC has a reaction to getting attacked. Like not, they don't say anything, but they like jump up and down when they get like set on fire. I
Kind of
really
like
love
if you
that.
jump on people in Super Mario Galaxy. Like Rosalina has a protective bubble for some reason. And oh man, these turtles find Spyro super sexy.
They love him. They're his #1 fans. All 20 turtles.
How can you have more than one #1 fan?
Ties.
They're all number one
They're a
fans, you know.
They're a collective hive mind.
They don't seem to be thinking much of anything, yeah.
We love you. By the way, we are Legion.
Part of me is starting to think that Ripto might not actually be the bad guy here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really
Like,
he doesn't do anything. He just puts up really techy banners.
yeah.
Okay, all right, get started on that game.
Hashtag.
Spyro is Ness friend. Earthbound, yes.
Ripto did nothing wrong.
Quick, call Derek. Where's the
Hold
leak,
on.
ma'am?
Guys, hold on. We're gonna be at a level later on where people have bones sticking out of their heads, and there's a bone skeleton that you assemble by collecting bones. So, Spyro is Frisk from Undertale? He interacts with a skeleton?
Put some cleavage in the thumbnail.
But that's just a theory. A game theory.
Cleavage in the thumbnail, and exclamation points and question marks together. And don't say theory or idea. You have to put proof.
So proof that Spyro is Frisk from Undertale. So if that's the case, does that mean that Crash is Ness then?
No, Crash is on Chara.
Who?
Oh, spoilers for Undertale, I guess.
Who?
I can't. If I say more, it will be a spoiler.
Okay.
Yeah. That is like the spoiler of the game,
Yeah.
actually.
So, but saying the name itself is borderline.
It's
spoiler.
fine, yeah, because nobody knows what you're talking about.
Nick, I don't know what you're talking about.
Good.
I thought you were talking about Charizard. Okay.
Why did I get the super flame again? don't
Because
remember.
you like ruining these guys' day. Are the little swimming
I guess
dudes
so.
bad guys, or are they?
Yes.
Yeah. Look they've got little spears, Ted. They'd poke my eye out,
Okay.
and the rest of
Little
me.
snorkels.
Okay. So
They're
remind me.
actually pretty hard.
Remind me about something. You have to kill a certain amount of enemies in order to get the little glowy things.
The power up gates.
Yep.
Yeah.
The killing enough enemies activates the power up. It's just a way, like, it just kind of makes you actually go through the level a little bit. I like the way Spyro 3 handled it quite a bit better, where the power-ups generally are behind like little portals within the level, and once you get to that portal, the power-up will be unlocked. So, but this was their way of doing it for this game, and that's fine. Part of the reason they segmented them through little portals in Spyro 3 was you can abuse, especially the flying power-ups in this game, to completely glitch out of bounds in the levels that have them, like using the flying power-ups in Glimmer, the first level. So they put them behind portals in Spyro 3 so that you couldn't glitch like throughout the main level. At least you would be glitching out, but
Yeah.
it would be in like a side portion of the level.
A side world, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you just set this turtle on fire so he stands on the
button.
the little button. Because I can stand on the
Over-
button, but they won't do anything. I don't know why.
Spyro
little
needs
baby
to gain
turtle.
some weight.
No, it opens the door. They just decide not to run through.
Oh, okay. Oh man, those
babies.
idiots.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a challenge in this level for those final 2 orbs and the last 20 gems that I can't get to. When I'm
Because you
checking,
need to climb ladders.
Yep.
But you don't get to World 2.
Yep, backtracking. Yeah, when I open the menu like that, because my strategy for recording this was similar to, I believe, how John normally does his recordings. I played through a world in a test file, and then I, like, as soon as possible, played it again, recording myself. So I wrote down the gem totals I had from my first playthrough so I could make sure I didn't miss any in the levels that I couldn't complete on my first try.
Okay, you already go something lovely on me because you're talking about writing something down. That's too much work. I just remember that shit.
Well, I just want to make sure I didn't miss things that I could get on my first go through, because I wanted to
Hey,
make the
that's fine.
backtracking as smooth as possible.
Nothing wrong with being thorough.
Well, actually, Thoreau I find to be like the first case of American hipsters.
I said thorough.
Okay, just don't get me started. Walden Pond sucks. I'm just gonna say that right now. Walden Pond. Oh wait, was that Emerson that did?
That's
Walden?
Emerson.
Oh well, Walden Pond was also.
And you
terrible.
call yourself an English major.
I hate both of them, to be honest. Emerson is slightly less douchebaggy than Thoreau, but Emerson is still a gigantic douchebag. So, yeah, my
John,
bad.
I think you'll really like this level, John. So the level starts out with very little water in it, and your goal in the level is to fill it up with water.
So the moment you say the word water, someone pokes on screen with a glass of water.
Yeah, this is awful. The seahorse is dying. He just gives it to that little baby in the bucket.
Yeah, but the baby needs water too, Catherine.
Oh, watch what happens in the background there. While I'm talking to, I think it happens while I'm talking to this guy, the little guy with the shock stick. By the way, I love the sheeps with the diver helmets.
Man, this is
come on, here we go.
dark.
He killed it. He killed the sheep with the diving helmet.
The fuck?
Jerk.
What a
This
cock.
is dark.
Yeah.
Daddy, turn it off. I want to go back to Mortal Kombat.
I mean, this is straight up
Look at that
Mother
poor
3
seahorse.
stuff. Man.
It's okay. We
yeah.
give them their water back eventually.
So this is one of the few levels where I feel like we're actually doing the right thing.
But he's a good guy after all.
Supposedly.
Here comes the water.
Are we sure
And
that's
now it's
water and not sort of some kind of gelatinous waste? Because that's what it
Well,
looked like to
Spyro
me.
seems to be swimming in it all
You
right.
can see through it. Doesn't require goggles.
It's not
cool.
discolored.
Well, when it was falling, it looked like some kind of weird gelatinous waste.
Yeah.
Welcome to PlayStation 1.
So can you do any glitches in this game where the game thinks you're still in the water when you're not? Or
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Swim in there. Yeah. You can do that.
That's how you break a lot of the
Yep.
levels in this game.
I think I like how the sheep have diving helmets.
Yeah, I
Like-
love that. I absolutely love that. So Ted, to answer your question, you definitely can. I forget how in this game. I actually learned how to do it for one particular level in Spyro 3, the one with the dinosaurs. I forget what it's called, because it's really easy to do there, and it's so much fun. So when I was a kid, and I believe the website is still up. I think it's called SpyroHints.com. It's a really great website. It's how I learned how to get that final dragon in Treetops in Spyro 1. It's got for Spyro 3 they have a lot of like fun cheat codes, like turning Spyro different colors, and they actually have a lot of stuff. I think Brian Hastings, again one of the developers from Insomniac, I don't know if they talked to him somehow or if he, if this was just gleaned from interviews. He gave them a lot of information, like saying that Moneybags' rejection quotes in Spyro 3 were some of his favorite lines in the game. It's a great website. I believe it's still up. So they explained how to glitch swim in air in that one level in Spyro 3. It's so much fun. Just like swimming around in the air on the stage. You have to make sure to kill all the enemies before you do it, because I think like 90% of the enemies in that level require the flame to kill them. And you can't do that if you're swimming in air, because you don't have fire breath underwater unless you have the super flame, which doesn't appear in that level. But yeah, it's a ton of fun.
I know.
When I record Spyro 3, I'll have to show it off just because it's pretty easy to do. If I look
Yeah,
it up, I'll
please.
remember.
I know
it's hilarious.
I know that Banjo. I don't know if Banjo has a swim in air glitch, but it definitely has a walk on water glitch that you can do. Which
Banjo is
not
Jesus.
walk. No, not walk on water. Walk underwater. So like you can walk on the floor like you don't have to worry about breathing. It's not as cool as you would think it would be though, because you can't get to most of the places without being able to swim. But it's neat. Just being able to glitch in general is neat. Oh, you can also, in Banjo-Tooie, you can take the submarine and drive it on the ground. Like, you can go up in Jolly Roger's Lagoon, which is the water level of that game. There's, like, an underwater section and there's a town section. You can if you drive the submarine all the way up to the surface, you can drive it onto the land and move it around on the land. It's hilarious.
So
Unfortunately-
after you pay Moneybags for something, you don't have to pay him again when you come back to the level, do you?
That's correct.
No.
Yeah. So like if I go back to this level, I'll be able to use the shark submarine at any time. And yeah, like I think I tried once, and at least I couldn't get through that passage without using the shark submarine. It's the sharks go after you pretty vigorously when you get close, and because there's like two groups of them, and they're pretty brutal if they kill you. They legit just eat you. Like it's one hit kill. They just swallow Spyro whole.
But there were bottles in there that you would have had to break for gems, isn't there?
You'll go back. You'll go back with the super flame power up to kill
So
them later.
the super flame power up, which you can use underwater. It's able to kill those metal sharks. So I will go back once I've unlocked the super flame power up by killing enough enemies and get all the stuff and kill those sharks.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, John. Metal shark players in this level too.
Fuck.
Aqua filling the level with water and metal sharks.
Metal Shark player. Metal Shark prayer.
Yeah. Yep, there we go. Super flame power up. I think I'm going after. There's a bunch of metal sharks guarding a chest in here. So
Couldn't that have been a different animation right there? I mean, what is the girl doing when she's zapping you like that? Is that a checkpoint?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
checkpoint.
That checkpoint. Could it have been something else? What if she's attacking me when she does
No,
that?
it's just like she gets static by rubbing her feet on the floor, and then she goes zap.
Zap. What a bitch.
there's actually a skill point in this level for destroying all of the seaweed, which you need the super flame power up to do. I do it after I get the permanent super flame power up because it takes a while, and I don't remember where all of the seaweed is. So it's just much easier when you don't have a timer.
Yeah, it would be a lot of backtracking to this point in order to get some of it, and
Exactly, and it's just for a skill point. So,
who cares?
exactly.
Yeah,
like
who
you
cares?
you don't need to see that. Like I didn't even record me getting all the skill point because.
Oh, then how do we know you actually have them, Catherine? Huh?
We'll see the thing at the end of the game that you get for getting
What if you
them all.
cheated? Huh?
I don't think
So
you can
how
cheat to
come
do
this
that.
super flame looks like a little star animation?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know why they decided
It's
to do
like,
it that way.
It kind of looks like the dinky little spell effect that the PlayStation 1 Harry Potter games use for basic attacking.
It's just underwater, right?
Underwater,
when
it looks
it
like
looks like
that.
that?
Yeah.
Because you can't have fire underwater. It's not like the most famous video game of all time had fire underwater or anything. Yeah.
I guess they thought that was stupid.
Are you implying
Well,
that
if
being
you
able
wanna
to
make
shoot
it-
underwater is stupid, Catherine?
If you want to have fire underwater and make it look realistic, then what you need to do is make it a jet of steaming bubbles.
I think that might have been like what they were sort of trying to go for. I mean, it certainly doesn't look like they directly went for steaming bubbles, but I think they tried to make it like, okay, we don't actually want to make it look like we're somehow shooting fire underwater.
I'd rather have fire underwater is cool. And okay, so how about this? So fire can't be underwater because there's no oxygen, right? Well, what if the fire just used the oxygen that's in water, huh? That would work,
No,
right?
That's not how it works, Ted.
no, it's not how it works at all, Ted.
Oh, I thought I could do a science.
You can try.
Yeah.
That's why you're the English major.
Yep.
Know your place.
Oh, okay, Mister. I went to art school. All right.
Yeah.
He knows his place too.
I don't try to with science.
You know, sometimes science is more of an art than a science. I love Rick and Morty.
Oh man, there's a king seahorse. So did like 8 other seahorses just combine to
Nobody,
make that king seahorse?
Catherine, nobody's gonna get that.